NCIS Season 23 Episode 8 once again proved why this series continues to endure after more than 20 years on the air. This episode doesn't try to reinvent the series, instead building on what NCIS does best: grounded investigations, character-driven moments, and emotional moments that linger quietly beyond the credits. A solid, confident chapter that feels comfortable without feeling lazy. The episode's central case begins with a death that seems simple on the surface, but soon reveals layers of deception that draw you in right away. The pace is fast, allowing the mystery to breathe rather than rushing through the turns. NCIS has always excelled at slow-paced investigations, and Episode 8 continues that tradition well. What particularly stands out here is the way this episode combines procedural storytelling with personal stakes. The investigation also intersects with moral gray areas, forcing the team to question motives rather than simply pursuing suspects. This makes the mystery more human and less about who did it and more about why it happened. The team dynamic remains one of the show's greatest strengths. The dialogue has a light pace and moments of dry humor, breaking the tension just enough to keep things from feeling too heavy-handed. These interactions don't feel forced. Instead, it reflects the long history shared between the characters. This episode gives the individual members of the team a fair amount of screen time without overshadowing the main plot. Sensitive characters are characterized by lingering gazes, soft dialogue, and restrained reactions that add emotional depth. NCIS doesn't explain everything, and this episode trusts viewers to read between the lines. Emotionally, Episode 8 is surprisingly effective. The victim's story is handled with care, avoiding melodrama while retaining a strong emotional charge. The show takes the time to remind viewers that there is a meaningful life behind every case, reinforcing the emotional core of NCIS. This letter is admirable for its restraint. The episode builds tension through revelations that feel earned, rather than one shocking twist after another. Each reveal follows the previous one logically, creating a sense of realism that keeps the audience engaged without resorting to gimmicks. Visually, this episode maintains the series' signature clean, professional look. This design isn't flashy, but its simplicity is a plus. The focus continues to be on performance and storytelling, which is exactly what a character-driven procedural should be. One of the strengths of this episode is the ending, which lacks a neat over-the-top resolution. Even if the incident is officially over, the emotional impact remains. This choice adds weight to the story and reinforces the idea that even when justice is served, it is not always satisfying. Longtime fans will appreciate how Season 23 honors the show's traditions while allowing the characters to evolve. While Episode 8 doesn't rely heavily on nostalgia, it quietly acknowledges the experience and emotional maturity that comes with years of work. Still, this episode may seem familiar to viewers expecting bold experimentation. NCIS is playing it safe here and strictly adhering to the established formula. However, when done properly, the experience can be enjoyable and never become stale. Overall, NCIS Season 23 Episode 8 is a well-crafted, emotionally grounded episode that shows all the authenticity of the series. It may not be a notable milestone, but it's a reminder of why NCIS continues to resonate through thoughtful storytelling, strong character work, and respect for the human sacrifice behind every